Hey everybody, it's your girl Storytime Miss Ty. Checking in, tuning in. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, whenever you're seeing this. So hey, thank you so much for joining me. Oh, first and foremost, I'd like to say I want a giveaway from Chocolate Ancestors and K Briz. K Briz and Chocolate Ancestor, what's up? I want to give away. I want this beautiful, it appears to be a leather backpack, and it's just, it's really, really cute. And I want to be descriptive and describe it to you guys. But what I'll do is tell you guys, go visit the page of Chocolate Ancestors and K Briz if you want to see what I won. I'm so excited. I'm very grateful and humble to win this because it's very awesome. So thank you guys again so much. If you do not know who these people are, or who these channels are rather, I will make sure to leave them in my description when I upload this video. So thank you guys again. Alright guys, so today what I have for you guys is a good old-fashioned dinner date. That's right, who ready to go on a date? Well, I'm ready, and I hope you guys will join me. So go ahead and grab something to eat if you don't already have something to eat, and join your girl. Let me tell you what I'm eating on today. So I went to this restaurant. It's kind of like a fish and chip place. And I hope you guys can see this well. I have 2 pieces of swai fish. I have potato salad here. I have coleslaw. And I have some fries. So a feast indeed, right? That's what your girl dealing with today. So how have you guys been? Right? What y'all been up to? Anything good? Y'all know I like to know what's going on with y'all. As for myself, I have been working on some projects for myself and living my greatest life, of course. That's what I've been doing. Right? So today, potato salad is pretty good. This potato salad is it's a deviled egg potato salad. Anybody else like a deviled egg potato salad? Make sure to comment down below and let me know what's your favorite kind. I used to be a person who liked catfish. Like, I really like catfish. But, oh, and I'm drinking some fresh, lovely H2O for my beverage of choice. I really do love a lot of water. But for whatever reason, like as the time has turned to whatever, and over the years, I don't care for catfish that much. You know, like I would prefer maybe swai or something else instead of catfish, and I do not like tilapia. That's not a favorite fish of mine. Tilapia would be my least favorite. Oops. My least favorite of the fish. What kind of fish do you guys like? Make sure you chime in. Let your girl know. Also, I have this tartar sauce. It's a condiment. Tartar sauce. I like tartar sauce. Although I kind of feel like the way that these people make their tartar sauce, which is good. It's like, I feel like, I don't know how they water it down or something, you know. Like I said, we have a house tartar sauce, right? Be very weird of the house tartar sauces. Just to me personally, every time I ever had a house tartar sauce, yeah, it just tastes like the watered down version of what the, you know, because to me, tartar sauce is rich. I like it because it's rich, and I like the way it tastes with fish and shrimp and, you know, all that stuff. I've seen when people say they have in the house tartar sauce, it's just not as rich or creamy as the regular, you know, but just my opinion. So did you guys miss me from our last date? What have you guys done since then? Have you guys been out dating other daters? I mean, you know, you guys have other dinner dates since me? If so, I'd love to hear about it. Make sure you tell me what you've been doing. This is the coleslaw. Definitely not a fan. Not just, I like coleslaw. I like some coleslaw. But this one, So I got some new neighbors, right? These are French fries. I got some new neighbors. And they, I don't know. Let me ask you guys this. Okay, let me say this. Less about the neighbors, more about the energy in that unit. Why does it seem like, have you guys ever had the kind of, that's like, you ever seen the kind of apartment or house that's like always a revolving door? Like anytime somebody moves in there, nobody ever stays there long. You ever wonder why? You're like, why the tenants never really stay there? Okay. Why do it seem like every new set of neighbors that move into this one townhouse, they're just equivalent mentally to the ones that moved out of it? There's always something. You're like, what the what? I don't know. That's unique. And oh, that's what I want to tell you guys about. I want to tell you guys about this man I used to know. I'm gonna call him Tawana, to protect the innocent and to keep the crazies away. You know, again, I'm gonna refer to him as Tawana. This fish can get it though, it's good. One moment. Excuse me. Okay, so Tawana, right? Now Tawana was a very nice guy. He was fun. He was funny. He was fun. He was funny. He was you know, well, okay, yes, he had a checkered past. Let's say that. He had a checkered past because he had made some mistakes and he was correcting them to the best of his ability, right? Okay. How did I meet Tawana? I met Tawana initially from, I mean, how does everybody meet this day and time? Online. Like, literally, I would love to meet somebody face to face, like, outside of something online. And I've heard a lot of people say this too. Girls and guys alike, I've heard a lot of people say this, that they'd rather meet someone in person. But it seems like it is so rare. I mean, if at all this day and time, you know what I mean? It just feels like a lot of people are online and they have these online personalities and overinflated egos, and that's just how they live in their life, you know. I mean, not everyone, but it just feels like this day and time, in order for you to meet somebody, you know, that's where all the action is online. Especially social interactions, you know. I do get it because I'm a busy person too. I feel like I'm like always at work or always working on something. So I get people being naturally busy, right? That part happens too, we know that, but it feels like this day and time, really, if you are the kind of person who meets people regularly in person, face to face, tell me your secret. Comment down below. What are you doing? I mean, I'm just looking to meet all these people face to face for the record. Okay, but I'm just saying, like, to me, it just feels like there has been a drastic change in the way people meet more so, interact, or start socializing with each other. I'd say more so, let's say, rewind over the past 10-year span, right? It's like social media is the monster. And they kind of just dictate how everybody is interactive. Oh, speaking of before, okay, I'm getting off subject. Hold on. Let me tell you guys about this show real quick, and then I'm gonna go back and finish telling y'all about Tawana. Remind me, okay? You gonna remind me, right? So I don't forget. Okay, I'm gonna try. You give me a reminder. Okay, so I don't get too far off track. Okay. There's a show called Black Mirror, right? And I love it. It was on where did it come on? Is it Netflix? It's Netflix. Black Mirror. Okay. It was a real cool episode, right? It was an episode about how basically, the system, however we define it, maybe, I don't know, you consider it like the government, right? They get to choose who you can date. There's no more meeting people face to face and getting them googly eyes or checking for somebody or getting in their DMs and all that. No, that part is done, okay? Because they choose for you, right? So they choose for you based on their algorithm. So all these factors that they think is the best match for you, and they get to decide how long you date, right? So say you meet somebody and it's not, Ty, you'll be good with Derek, right? Me and Derek would have never met each other, seen a picture, nothing. All of a sudden, me and Derek are in this relationship. Now, me and Derek don't have to like each other. We don't have to be compatible. We don't have to anything. But, we're not going to know how long we're going to date each other either. When our time is up, it can be anywhere from 30 minutes or 10 years. So because you don't know, well, you just got to make the best of your experience with you and Derek, right? Okay, so with this one couple, it was two main couples. One couple, when they met each other, they hated it. From the time they laid eyes on each other, they knew it was no-go. It was crazy because I think they kept them something together like 10 years. And then there was another couple. They met each other, and I think they was only originally assigned to be together for something crazy like a half a day. And they fell head over heels in love with each other. I'm talking about that kind of love that when you even hear the person's name, you get a pit of something in your stomach, or you know, that kind of love where you would do the whatever to keep that kind of feeling going, because it feels, it's like it's an emotional high. You know what I mean? Emotional roller coaster, right? You'll drive anywhere that love goes just to follow, to keep experiencing that good, beautiful feeling. You know what I mean? So they got to stay together for like half a day, and they really wanted to do anything they could to get back to each other. Sometime later on down the road, they did get to get back with each other, but they were so petrified they didn't know how long they was gonna have, right? So when they got back with each other, they were doing everything they possibly could. They told each other, you know, I love you. They went to the park and swung on the swings like teenagers in love. You know what I mean? They just tried to do everything. They held each other. They valued, you know, like every bit of time. Like if you guys have ever been in love out there, you know what it's like to be so wrapped up with somebody and in their energy and in their space. It's like you value every single bit of them. The way that they breathe, the way that they smile, the way that their eyes flutter or something, you know, all that stuff. You will look and go, oh my goodness, everything about this person is perfect, right? Okay, that's how they was feeling for each other. So I think the end game was a couple who fell in love. They was trying to find a way to break the system because they really wanted to be together. But the system was like, of course, the government structured system, but it was much so way more advanced because this is like in the future, you know, however many years, 100 years in the future. So it was so much more advanced and technology driven, robot driven, all that other stuff. I don't remember exactly how those two ended up. I just remember being trapped in a love story. But I don't remember exactly how it ended. But it was good. Anyways, Black Mirror. Very good series on Netflix. You guys are supposed to remind me of what we were going to talk about. I forgot. Oh, Tawana. Back to Tawana. Now, I don't know how I started talking about Black Mirror when I was talking about Tawana, because Tawana and Black Mirror, nothing the same. Let me public are nothing the same. So he was a funny dude, like I said. He had a checkered past, you know, he had did his stint with the law. All of that stuff. You know, he was on the, you know, do his own thing. Right? Okay. No, he was a funny guy. Initially, we had good chemistry because we had good energy. He's a thinker. You know, this guy, he's good on his feet. He's quick. You know, he got his street side. He got his business side. He had this appeal. You know, Yeah, so it was just like definitely good things to this guy, right? Oh my goodness, definitely good things to this dude. Um, but what even happened with this dude? And he, you know what? One of his things was he loved, and when I say loved, I mean we all enjoy our meals, but he really loved the edible part of life. You know, some people say everybody got a vice. Well, Tawana's vice was food. It did. I mean, you know, wasn't nothing wrong with it. Everybody like to get their boogie on, but you know how the saying go, his drug of choice? His drug of choice was food. And he was the kind of person where, so you know you're getting to know somebody and you're laughing with him. Y'all kind of laughing, but then you kind of want to see where this person is mentally. Y'all see my food? I hope so. I think cool. What was I going to tell y'all about him? Yeah. And then it got to the point with Tawana where I think he just, you know, okay. Public service announcement. I am a natural cornball anyway. Okay? Yes. Who I am on here, you know what I mean? How you guys know me? I'm silly off YouTube. Okay? Because it's just me. Okay? But I'm genuinely myself. Okay? So anyways, you know, we had a lot of fun conversation or whatever else. But then he started taking me as a joke. I don't know if he was taking me as a joke, but he just, you know how a person all of a sudden I look up, people call me, say he's on his way home from work, and you know, you want me to talk to you, you work a few cities over. Let's say I was up anyway because I was concluding my evening, getting ready for the next day. So sometimes I would talk to him. And we'd talk about some of the different things, you know what I mean? So the conversations would be hilarious. And, you know, they end up because you get to hear other people's perspective as they go on and on about this and that, right? So they would turn out funny. But then when I started noticing a pattern, sorry guys, when I started noticing a pattern of him calling me because, you know, it seemed like he was calling me for the joke of it all, right? To see if I like the joke of the day. And I'm not a comedian, so you know, kind of like the feeling, you know, just make me laugh. Just make me laugh. Look, dude, we can laugh together. That's cool too, but I'm gonna need you to kind of, you know, straighten your tie out a little bit, you know, or take it off. You know, your button up, loosen up your button up a little bit, and okay, let's get a little bit more. Okay, now that we're fresh, we freshly laughed, we enjoyed that, right? What about the seriousness? You know, the real stuff. I don't know, guys. So, have you guys ever talked to or dated anybody that didn't take you serious? Or maybe they only saw a portion of you and like that portion of you and didn't want to bridge into nothing else. And that was that, because sometimes people, they do things as a way to show that they may not be into this or not into that, which is fine to me, because if I'm going to be totally honest, now while Tawana and I was friends, I wasn't necessarily physically attracted to Tawana. I liked the way he thought, you know. I liked that he was a natural entrepreneur, you know. I like the fact that he knew how to take care of his business professionally and personally. And, you know, you admire different things about different people. It doesn't mean that, that's necessarily the person for you or what you're looking for or whatever else. But so you guys tell me some of y'all tea. Don't just come to get mine. Y'all supposed to share, right? About these people y'all out here dating or have dated. Oh, you guys, one time, many years ago, I don't know why it just popped in my head either, because it's not even relatable. But it's creepy. One time, I lived a couple cities over from where I live now, right? And it was raining outside. And I was by my sister's house. I had parked this wasn't a couple years ago, this was a few years back. Like at least more than 5. I had parked my car by my sister's house because I used to get out and I used to park my car by my sister's house and I used to get out and then go catch the BART to work, right? Okay, so I did that. And so by the time I got off work, it was dark and it was raining. And anyways, my car would not start. It would not start. I don't know what was going on with my car. I was like, oh, good, this car will not start. It's just all bad, right? Okay, so I was like, crap, what am I going to do? I looked to see if my sister was home. Her car was gone. She wasn't home. I'm stuck. All of a sudden, this tall dude with a hoodie on, jogging suit on, who I think was my sister. I think he was one of my sister's neighbors. He came running up to her car. He was like, what seems to be the problem? I didn't think nothing of it at the time. But he was like, what seems to be the problem? My car won't start, right? He was like, okay, well, let me hear the noise and try to start it. I tried to start it, it would make no noise at all. And that's usually, from what I'm told, if it doesn't make any noise at all, it can be now I know that it's a sign of the alternator being no good. Not just the battery, but the alternator, right? Okay. So I didn't know that then. But it's making no noise at all. So he was like, okay. He was like, I'll be right back. He's like, I'm going to go get my flashlight. I have jumper cables too. And then just at that point, something told me to look up, and this is this big old tall guy, and I was sitting in my driver's seat of my car when he said because I had cracked my window down a little bit. He had knocked my window when he said what's the problem or whatever. So when I popped the hood, I wish I never would have popped the hood after. Anyways, popped the hood, whatever. I started the car, nothing sounded. Then he was telling me he's going to go get his flashlight, and he has jumper cables too. But when he said, for whatever reason, when he said he had jumper cables, I looked up like, and I looked at his eyes. Oh my God, at that moment I realized this damn man was crazy. I was like, I know you guys might say, how did you know he was crazy? Okay, that glossed over look in somebody's eye that, kind of like, okay, I know this sounds bad. But kind of like, say if you saw like a stray animal you didn't know. And you didn't know if it was going to attack or if it was just a friendly type. It was just passing by like you. But the telltale sign is if you look it in the eyes. Well, what does that part look like, right? But when I looked in this jumpman's eyes, it clearly looked like the elevator wasn't riding all the way to the top. And I was thinking, oh my God, it's like I didn't notice that before. Well, God is good all the time because he went on to his house and I rolled my window up and he had left my hood up like he was trying to come back. Excuse me, y'all. So I had rolled my window up and I got out and I closed my hood back, right? And then I don't know. I was trying to call people on my cell phone and I don't think I had AAA at the time. But I was trying to call people on my cell phone to come give me some help or whatever else. Do you know that man? The whole time I'm looking all around thinking, oh my God, this guy's finna come back. And he was already creepy. So I'm saying he finna come back. Do you know he never came back? The same guy who told me I'm going to get my flashlight. I have jumper cables too. Y'all, he lived 2 houses down from where my car was parked. He left my hood up. Ran himself right in that house. 2 houses down. The door closed. He didn't return, y'all. It was so that glazed over look. I was telling y'all that look. I wasn't wrong. situation at all times. Oh, guys. So anyways. Oh, guys, I'm getting full. Anyways, y'all know y'all come on here and I get to laughing and I lose my train of thought for a minute. I would so love to hear about any unique or weird stories you guys have experienced too. More so like a story where it's a situation ended up going another way that you just didn't see coming, you know what I mean? Oh my. Something looks unique on my camera. I don't know what it is. But anyway, guys, I would love to hear about any stories you guys might have that you, like I said, something that started out one way, you didn't see it going that way and it turned out very unique for you. You know, please share it in the comments below because y'all know I love reading the comments and hearing what you guys got to say. Not hearing, but reading what you guys got to say. That's always fun. Especially some of you guys, some of you guys leave really, really good comments because you guys leave comments based on the actual video you see and what I'm talking about. You leave the comments responding back to that, and I really appreciate it. And it's all because that's always fun to hear other people's perspective. You know what I mean? On something that you may have went through, or you're talking about, or thinking about. That's always good to hear somebody else's perspective. So guys, summer's coming to an end. Summer's almost over. How you guys gonna spend the last of your summer? Any plans to do anything? I know a lot of people have children who are back in school and that's usually when their summer ends, but not everybody. Some people don't, they're blessed not to have children. It's a blessing to have them, but it's also a blessing not to have them too. But if you're one of those people, how do you guys conclude your summer? Do you do anything special? Take one final trip? And if so, where do you go? What do you do? I'd love to hear about it. Another thing, guys, I was watching my I was tuning into my Google Analytics, right? Because I was looking at my video that you guys most watch, and I found it very interesting because a lot of you guys watch my dinner dates. Yay! I'm very happy. I'm so happy that you guys are here with me. It doesn't matter what video I'm doing. I'm really appreciative anytime that you guys join me. But it seems like a lot of people like to tune in for my dinner dates. I guess the this here mukbang thing is pretty big. But this is not a mukbang. This is a dinner date. Anytime you join me, okay? Well, guys, I thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, I'm all out of my water and I could use more. But I'm also full. So I really, really, really appreciate you guys tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell anyone and everyone your girl's over here having dinner dates. Hey, join me. Okay, I love it. Anyways, Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I always say, there's always another story to be told, but for now, bye.